Alright YouTube, how you doing? I'm Wardy and I've got a treat for you today. As always on Wednesday lately, we've been doing free-for-all uploads. And I've actually got a brand new set of free-for-all replays from Crank. And I also have some really good news as well. I'll start this playing. The really good news is this is now available on European and American servers if you search FFA Battle Royale. In English, the mapmaker told me he isn't perfect in English, so there will be some errors, but it is available in English. So you guys can now play this, and I'm so happy to finally be able to tell you guys where to find it. Hold on a second. Okay, I just want to let you guys know, we've got 30 seconds here. What usually happens is you pick a base with the worker at the start, and it gives you a choice as to where you go. Nobody is picking a base. Hello, guys? Are we randomizing this one? Okay, I think we've got some pre-planned shenanigans. Welcome, everybody. I'm Wardy. And, of course, this is going to be a free-for-all on this map, which has all of these free-for-all aspects. If you do enjoy, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment down below. Let me know you want to see even more free-for-alls. Spoiler, there'll be another one next week. As we spawn into the game, let me take you from bottom left to bottom right on our players. In the bottom left-hand side, the Teal Terran player, SuperNova. You might remember him from way back when. Streamed a few different games as of late. I didn't know he was still playing a lot of StarCraft, but he is going to be the Blue Terran, or the Teal Terran. We have Patience in the bottom left-hand side as well, representing the red Protoss player. In the right-hand side of the map, we've got Stats, who spawns on a gold base, so the blue Protoss player here. He's going to be above RagnaroK, our orange Zerg. To the far right side, we've got Maru, our purple Terran player. And in the bottom right, our pink Terran is TaeJa. So, what happens here, just to kind of let you know why they all spawned on the bottom, because nobody picked a base, if you don't pick a base, your base gets randomized. And it is randomized. It's not like, oh, we'll like spread you out evenly. It is just random, and you can be on any base on the map. So TaeJa is stuck down on the island base. We'll see what he does. We saw Innovation having that in one of the previous free-for-alls, and he went for battle cruisers. Eventually expanding up the top. That'll be hard because Maru is here. Yeah, the entire top of the map is just free real estate, really. So we'll see what happens. You can see some scouting around, players trying to figure out where people are, trying to figure out where people are going to expand to, and, you know, where people's bases are in general. So for Stats, he's going to have to expand early because he's working on a gold base, which means these minerals very early in the game will start mining out. So he needs an expansion ASAP. That's something which Maru is able to scout as he comes across. He sees the assimilator, so Maru already knows what's going on. So again, if you haven't watched one of these before, first of all, let me know in the comments again how fun you think it is. But there's a few different objectives on the map. So there's trains which spawn at the 4-minute marker and every 3 minutes afterwards. There's different objectives in the center. So basically, there's times when you want to hold the center of the map, and depending on how long you hold it for, if you hold the map for the most time, you get a reward, and that depends on what stage of the game it is. We'll mention what it is every single time when we go through those kind of stages. So you see Maru opening 2 racks, and he's going to open with the stim pack, and Maru has been objective madman as of late. Maru's strategy used to be expand up here and, you know, really camp this train objective and then just fight into the middle every so often, and really expanding late allowed him to just sort of, you know, expanding late, but he kept himself up with the objectives, which was pretty good for him, as SuperNova will kill Patience's Zealot here. Oh, I don't have health bars on. Okay, guys, give me 1 second. The power of casting for YouTube. Let me just turn the health bars on, just because I've been doing some different things lately. There we go, and we'll resume. Thank you so much. And before, Wardy, why didn't you edit it out? I watched 4 seconds of you changing the health bars, and I want my time back. You know, chill out, guys. It'll be okay. You guys will survive. All right, I love this. Maru is going to bunker rush the high ground of Stats' base. So Maru bunker rushing Stats at the start of the game. Meanwhile, Patience is kind of having a little bit of a fight with SuperNova, who has a bunker up and is just building a multiple set of Reapers. So a few different Reapers on the way out. Stats just fully recalls his probe line to the top of the map. So he's probably going to give up this gas and just keep on mining what he can, but I don't think he really intends to keep this base for too long. We also see SuperNova expanding to the top left, as is RagnaroK taking the top side base. So a lot of people expanding out on the map. As Patience having some issues, he's a little bit supply blocked, and these Reapers are coming in. Don't quite get any probes just yet. The Stalkers are kind of low from fighting. We haven't seen much from RagnaroK, and we'll check in on TaeJa very soon as well, as Stats uses shielded battery to keep his warp gates alive or powered for a little bit longer. That pylon will now fall, and the next 2 pylons on the way up to try and power that. So TaeJa over here, you do get 3 gases on this base once you knock these rocks down, which makes it very good for playing tech heavy, but he's actually just going to go for marine drop opening. Meanwhile, Stats is actually fighting Patience, so Stats isn't bothered about Maru. He just wants to get rid of Patience here, but he's losing this PvP battle. Not enough Stalkers, and he has to back away as we're about ready to have the first round of trains coming onto the map, if I'm not mistaken. And there are our first trains. So these will hold 500 minerals and gas, and they actually spawn a bit differently from where we've seen them spawn before. So they spawn in the top, in the bottom left. These train tracks do still exist as well. It's just, I guess you can randomize or select which spawns there are. As we'll see, Patience looking to win this train, a little cargo tram, whatever we want to call it. Nobody fighting this one yet. Again, typically it's Maru who fights this, and he is stimming his way up there, so he's going for it. But Stats is here as well. So Stats and Maru have fought on the bottom of the map. Now they're going to fight on the top of the map as Maru just goes in for a Stalker or 2. But because he stimmed to get here, he's already low HP, so he will be pushed back, and it looks as though Stats will get this train and be able to pick up the extra minerals and the extra gas from it. As in a moment or so, we're going to start having the fight over the center for the first time. And this fight is going to be for some minerals and gas, and it will be rewarded to the top 4 players. So basically 4 players who hold the middle for the longest will get, based on how long they've held it for, a set of rewards. So if you hold it long enough to get first, you get, I think, 2,000, 1,000. Second gets a bit less than that, third a bit less than that, and fourth a bit less than that. As well, Patience really has the Stalker number here, so I don't think Stats will do much. We see the Marine going to fight RagnaroK off, so actually Maru is going to be the one to hold in the center here alongside RagnaroK. Oh, and Maru is just stealing points right now. He doesn't really have an army to hold the center at all, but here he is, making some money. I mean, for the moment, it looks as though Maru... I mean, if you get 15 seconds, you're guaranteed to get at least 4th place, right? Because no one else... You know, 3 other players can't get more than 15 seconds because it's a point per second, basically. If Maru gets to 30, which he will not do, but if he does get up to 30, that guarantees him 1st place because nobody else can then get more than 30 points, right? It's just the law of, you know, there's only 60 seconds in a minute, so there's only 60 points to be had. As Stats comes down and will go fighting against this. I mean, this is a good fight for Mario, you know, from his point of view. He's sat here, and Patience is the one that had more of the money so far, more of the setup. And it looks as though nobody will overtake Maru, so Maru will get a little setup here. As we see, Maru now is dropping down into this space. And we're going to be seeing this Nexus taking a lot of damage, tank firing as well. Command center building up on the high ground. There's a bit of a Stalker fight over here as well. On the bottom side, we see the Marines of TaeJa fighting. A lot of Zerglings going down, going to chase forwards after a couple Lings and Ravagers. So TaeJa's actually having a really good time cleaning out RagnaroK in the bottom of the map, and RagnaroK just doesn't have the numbers to hold on. So RagnaroK is going to have to go and really rely on his bases on the top of the map. Meanwhile, Maru is obviously forced Stats up to the top of the map as well. This is kind of becoming a bit of an interesting little combo as RagnaroK is... Yeah, he's going to be hurting. Now, Patience is only just setting up an expansion, so he's pretty late to expand. Remember, TaeJa can't expand yet either, but I guess in the end he wants to take RagnaroK's old bases. The Stats might go for a fight on Maru in this bottom right-hand side. So here we go. These Stalkers coming forward with the Colossus. These racks going to be finishing. We do have the new set of trains as well. So unfortunately for Maru, he's going to be not able to do much about that because he's got to fight Stats off. But he will start coming in. The Colossus goes down. But then there's force fields available. And we'll see who picks up the trains here. Nobody making a move on them just yet. Again, everybody seems pretty preoccupied. I mean, Patience is coming up to get rid of RagnaroK, it seems. So RagnaroK is going to take a couple shots, but Patience actually leaves RagnaroK be. So maybe Patience doesn't see RagnaroK as a threat and wants to build up some good faith for later in the game. Wow, all of these objectives just completely ignored as TaeJa is going to come in towards Maru's base. Maru is off to the right-hand side after defending Stats' army. Literally nobody going after these trains, guys. No objectives being taken. Stats is in trouble as Patience backstabs up to the top side. See a few Stalkers of Patience that might intercept this train here. Meanwhile, though, I mean, again, his numbers are not exactly great right now. He doesn't have a lot compared to what you might expect. He gets his first Colossus blinked onto. I mean, in terms of fighting in PvP, Patience's army is a bit better. Just mass Stalkers in this sort of scenario works out very well. Now Maru is going to come up, and he might actually still get the train. It wouldn't be this free-for-all mode if it wasn't Maru picking up objectives. TaeJa might get the center of the map, though, as Maru gets this minerals and gas. And he will actually just sit and pick away at probes of Stats. So Stats' economy is really in shambles. Probes running everywhere and all sorts. Maru might swing back into the center of the map as well at some stage, as TaeJa currently just picking up those points for free. Patience coming around. They've got a vendetta against Stats. Who are Stats? I mean, as much as other players have been ignored, Stats is just getting bullied. SuperNova has been pretty passive in the bottom left, and he has an army to set up too. TaeJa is now guaranteed first. Maru somehow got in there. Apparently, Maru and TaeJa have some sort of agreement. So Maru currently holding second place on the center, as TaeJa will begin to not even back away, but keep pushing aggressively. Now RagnaroK's base on the top side in some trouble as well. More Stalkers coming through. Stats only has the one base still mining up on the top side. Same for RagnaroK. So these are two players who might want to ally together just to try and stay alive. RagnaroK's going to try and hide a building. He's actually got a base here, but it's not mining. And there are the extra minerals and gas to just TaeJa and Maru. Nobody else took the center, so the third place and fourth place minerals are not given to anybody here. Marines come up, and TaeJa will just wipe SuperNova's army, or, well, base off the map. SuperNova still has base 2 and base 3, though, so he's not too worried about that, as RagnaroK's base is found. Again, TaeJa did end up expanding over here, and he is starting to build up a lot of Ravens and BCs, so he's starting to build into that air army. Now, Maru typically has played very just bio-heavy in these games and stuck to that. Now he's starting to build up a few extra tanks and actually adding on a bunch of extra factories, so Maru with a pretty late game tech switch here, really. As he comes out towards the bottom left-hand side, he's a little bit supply blocked. Not every day you see Maru being supply blocked. As again, TaeJa just sets up all of his BCs. And yeah, Stats is in some trouble right now as the next round of train spawn. SuperNova immediately in position. Will pick these minerals and gas up, no problem. This time, 1,000 minerals on board. Stats going to get some money. That's actually really nice for Stats because he's been struggling in the game, of course. So a little bit of an extra mineral boost for Stats is really kind of essential right now. He needs that. And he will get it as RagnaroK ends up GGing out. So RagnaroK first out of the game. He will finish in 6th place in this free-for-all matchup. Marines back down the low ground here as Patience starts firing with the Stalkers. Getting a few shots off. Now up to the high ground as well. Patience going to come on in. And, well, he wants to fight Stats still. Patience is still just playing Mass Stalker, by the way. As TaeJa is going to make this a bit of a Patience sandwich, however. Does he actually want to fight Patience, or does he want to fight Stats? It looks like TaeJa and Patience are friends. Well, maybe, I don't know. Like, TaeJa is running really far forward here. I don't know who's dying anymore. This three-way fight. As TaeJa only has Marines, and against Colossus, that's not exactly great. In the end, it feels like Patience is maybe in the most trouble. Meanwhile, Maru and SuperNova have a fight in the bottom left. Another orbital going to be picked away at, and this is going to be even more of these SCVs going down. This orbital has to lift off. I mean, Patience only has 2 bases, remember? So it's not as though he's in a great spot. He's trying to set up on the top side there with SuperNova's base. He needs more mining. Well, Maru and TaeJa seem to be the ones who are really in control at the moment. TaeJa just building up this big air army. Currently holding the center. Oh, we got a little bit of a Marine force here. I mean, Maru's just rallying across the map. The alliances are kind of crazy. There's absolutely some alliances going on in Stats. Is somehow still not dead, yet really should be. So this is it, guys. This is where fighting in the center, it starts in 30 seconds or so. Fighting in the center now is going to give you those supply drop warp-ins, as Maru is getting nukes and ghosts. Haven't seen him do too much with the factories that he was adding on, right? Did he cancel a bunch of those? He has them. Yeah, just hasn't really done anything with them. They're just sat there. So yeah, this next point, nobody gets anything for second place. It's just whoever holds the center for the longest time gets that call down of units. And again, typically in the last few free-for-alls, it's all been about Maru. But right now, TaeJa's sitting on the center. And TaeJa, very early on here, is already setting up the bases to try and hold the middle of the map to get the victory in the game. So TaeJa's already being a little bit cheeky right now, as Patience will win in Stalkers. Oh, this is just a combo you don't see very often. As we do have our bio here from SuperNova. Backing away, we're going to see this army here from Maru still pushing down a little bit. Some extra SCVs going down. Is this a rock tower? It is. SuperNova will wall himself off from Maru. Is SuperNova just going to relocate his base because he can move? Obviously, Patience can't. He can maybe come mine down here. I actually don't know. Or does he just have... Where are the... I've got no idea. The trains are up. I mean, at this point, TaeJa has absolutely won the center of the map. Nobody even tried to fight for it. As Maru's just trying to eliminate SuperNova. TaeJa with the BCs will pick up this. As, oh no! Oh my god, the auto turrets, though! Right, the auto turrets felt like they were nearly going to get killed. Oh, TaeJa doesn't have anything to pick up the units. What does he get warped in? He gets Liberators and Banshees and a couple of Vikings. TaeJa actually has no way to pick this up. SuperNova is going to fly into it, though. He's flying into the BC. That's not what you want to see. A few more Stalkers moving around. Oh, man. Okay, there we go. TaeJa sends a Marauder down, and he gets some of it. There we go. He picks it all up in the end, so he gets there. TaeJa is also going to... he helps with the train, but he doesn't actually get the money. Patience gets the money to sort of stay alive in this. So, SuperNova's been pretty much fully eliminated. Looks as though he might be second out of this game, because Stats is rebuilding. Disruptor's coming out. Stats is holding on here. Meanwhile, elsewhere... I mean, we've got SuperNova actually going to drop Stats to space in the top right. These guys are also dead, and it's just kind of crazy that they're hanging on in here. I mean, TaeJa, again, is taking over the center of the map at the moment. And I guess that's just the plan. Hold the center of the map and try and win it out. Now, remember, Maru is building up not just one nuke. He's building up a bunch of nukes. His second and third nuke currently on the way. And at what point does Maru... I mean, Maru and TaeJa seem to have had a bit of an alliance here. At what point do they... turn? At what point do they turn on each other? Because at the end of the day, it's still about who can pick up the points, as that's a nice Disruptor Snipe from Patience, who is still trying to fight a PvP battle with Stats. Meanwhile, SuperNova's been annoying as well. I don't know what Stats has done to deserve all of this punishment as these Stalkers continue to blink around. Here we go. TaeJa will once again hold the center, right? There's no way that objective is going any other way. I mean, barracks here of SuperNova being shot down by missile turrets. There is a command center here, and that's about it. SuperNova does not have a lot left. So remember, again, every single position you finish in this says, oh, Disruptor's actually going to connect! And Patience loses everything. He doesn't kill the Disruptors in time. Oh, meanwhile, TaeJa shows up with the BCs and Yamato cannons everything from Stats. I mean, this is really coming down to the TBT between TaeJa and Maru, as TaeJa is going to pretty much eliminate Stats here. Stats does not have many places to mine from anymore. I'm actually kind of, I guess Patience at least can rebuild because he is mining, albeit off of, I mean, if you can call this mining, then that's interesting, right? But it is mining at the end of the day. As something funny is happening, everyone's laughing in the chat. We do just have Maru is starting to build up a missile turret wall. He's starting to get ready to press forwards here. I mean, Maru, again, he built some nukes. He's just not used them yet. He's now starting to send ghosts around, maybe. Stats, his final bases are starting to drop. How much money has he got? He's got money for a couple of Nexuses, which he's building next to CCs of Maru. The trains are back. Can anybody pick up some money off of these? I mean, SuperNova's going to start dropping down to intercept the probes of Stats as the PCs are here, and they're going to get rid of the train. But again, no way to pick up that money. Maybe Stats can steal the money off the PCs? No, the probes are going to go down. TaeJa just needs to send something over there to pick it up. By the way, TaeJa in the middle of the map is just built a fortress. Yeah, that's going to be tough to break as we see these Stalkers of Patience wandering into Maru's army. That's not going well. The rest of this army still moving around the bottom. We see a CC out over to the left-hand side. I mean, one of the final bases of Stats. Stats doesn't have many buildings left. He's just trying to hide Nexus wherever he can, hoping that someone else gets eliminated first. Patience continuing to get going. Patience actually says GG. That's the GG kind of sounding Korean. I don't know if he's really going to GG. He's chrono boosting his Nexus. He's killing the SuperNova command center because he knows he wants the extra placement. So every placement here helps. So I think Patience wants to get the CC, knowing he's maybe in some trouble now. So he just wants to try and get an extra placement. I think at the same time, SuperNova's a bit like, well, what about Stats? Stats is going to die before me. Let me live. We're meant to be allies. But Patience doesn't care. He just shoots that down anyways. And this is a tale of two kings, TaeJa and Maru, who are going to be fighting over their position in the middle, while we have some plebs scrapping around the map. You know, SuperNova, Patience, Stats. These guys have really just not got much. Stats is going to long distance mine the corner, but he has to hide from these Marines. SuperNova finds it, and now Stats is in trouble. He can't build another Nexus, and this is going to be it as SuperNova is... Okay, Stats just types out GG. He knows he's next out. So SuperNova is out. Looks as though we're going to have one more call down in the center, and then we're going to start having the center of the map. Everyone being forced in towards the center as well. Maru building a lot in the middle here to start getting ready to push. I'm very, very intrigued as to what's going to happen. I mean, Maru has been victorious in the last couple of these we've casted, and that's not rigged or anything, guys. I'm picking these from random from the set of replays I get sent, because I think they're all great fun, right? And, well, I mean, don't know what to tell you right now. 60 seconds. TaeJa will get one more supply warp in. He's not lost a lot this game, TaeJa, because he's just been camped in the center for a while. So currently sitting at 272 supply. The only thing I would say for Maru is that he would really hope to get some help against TaeJa, maybe, if he wants to actually win this. As these Marines are going to stim in after the Stalkers, which are running away to the top side. We do have Patience, who is a player who has some units on the map. So even if you just distract TaeJa a little bit, it might give Maru the chance, because there has to be an attempt on the center here, right? Surely they're not going to ally until the very, very end, as SuperNova is fighting Patience as Stalkers. I don't think Patience, by the way, has built anything other than Stalkers all game long. Look at resources lost, by the way. Obviously, RagnaroK kind of died early. Maru hasn't lost a lot. TaeJa's lost very little. It's been really stats, Patience, and SuperNova who've just been taking terrible fights, as Maru is going to make a play in towards Patience's base here. Patience trying to get rid of this. Is he actually going to win this fight? These auto turrets are kind of beastie. As there's the Circle of Doom coming in. He loses a lot of Stalkers to get 1k, 1k. I'm not sure that's going to do much for Patience at all. Well, yeah, the zone moving in then. So this is where the Battle Royale comes into this, guys. The Circle is going to move into the center, where we have a 352 supply TaeJa. Camped out. Can barely fit him on the zoomed out screen. We still have nukes of Maru that he is yet to use. If he can somehow get a nuke into the middle of the map, I don't know. Oh, I don't know. It's gonna be kind of wild as we see some SCVs firing away. I mean, this has got to be SuperNova eliminated shortly. Masses of scans around the map from players as they just try and figure out where everybody is. I'm not sure who's actually dropping those scans. May as well use the energy. These bases are not going to lie. Why? Who is scanning? How have they got so many scans? Patience coming down towards the middle of the map then. SuperNova has what, this refinery left? Is that it? Yeah, he has this refinery. So SuperNova is going to finish this game in 4th place. So Patience will make a top 3, and an attempt to get into top 2 is going to be absolutely miraculous if he gets it. I mean, how? As Maru lines up on this right-hand side. We're only about 3 minutes away from this zone being fully closed in or so we have to see if Maru's going to make a play on TaeJa. It has to be soon. I wonder if their alliance is just, you know, TaeJa, you can have this one, I'll take the next. You know, we'll keep doing this and working together. I'd be making for a boring ending, though. I really hope it isn't. It's been a really fun game, though, up until this point where it's kind of slowing down a bit. As we see a nuke lining up. So Maru going to land his first nuke in a moment or two. Did he cancel it? He canceled it. TaeJa does not let him go for it. Okay. So nuke does not commit. What is going on as the Ghost Academies go down? That means the nukes now aren't available. SuperNova's eliminated. Yeah, nukes aren't available if they have no Ghost Academy to launch from, so he's lost the nukes, Maru. As he says, I wonder if he says, like, now saying my nukes are gone. I kind of wonder, as we do see Maru kind of putting a bit of a play. I think Maru's just left it too late. I think Maru's left it way too late to do anything. And the Circle's coming in again. Maru can float a CC forwards if he needs to. He should be fine. He should win this out over Patience. But it is TaeJa for first place, who just camps the center. And just kind of holds it out. I think this is it, guys. I think that's it. So yeah, the Maru-TaeJa alliance was a bit too much in the end for Maru to fight off. As it's hit by an anti-arm missile. Patience says, okay, GG, admits defeat. I mean, he has basically nothing. He's waiting for his Nexus to die just to guarantee 3rd place. And Maru's going to attempt to try and break into TaeJa's position. But I mean, the siege tanks and all sorts. And if this works, well, it's an absolute miracle. TaeJa also has 350 supply or so. And there is TaeJa taking the victory down, as Maru just does not have enough. TaeJa got himself so entrenched and everybody was so busy scrapping with everybody else that nobody bothered TaeJa at all. They just said, there you go, TaeJa, buddy. You know, you have a wild time. You have fun. Yeah, they were all bothered about like 4th and 5th and 3rd place. Nobody actually thought, how can I win this game? Well, maybe they gave up on winning because of the damage early. Like I said, it was like a fun, active free-for-all early throughout the entire mid-game. But that gives one player the chance to just set up so much. And TaeJa wins it from the island base in the center. I mean, yeah, just a very fun game. And again, for TaeJa, it all went right? You know, he used bullion some players with bio. He never had players really attacking him. And that's kind of how you get into really good positions to win these free-for-alls. Guys, I know a lot of you enjoyed this, but please do comment down below. Hit that like button. Those little things do help us a lot in terms of actually getting a few more views on these and continuing to do more. I'm actually going to be recording another one of these very soon. And it will go up on Wednesday next week again. And my plan is just to keep doing these on Wednesdays at the moment. So I'll keep putting these out on Wednesdays for you guys. Because you guys are very interested. We get a lot of people saying, I want more, I want more. So obviously I just got these set of replays, so there's 6 replays out of this set. I might even for not the next one, but the ones after, I might start doing more than just one replay. We might do like a couple free-for-alls back to back. But for now, ladies and gents, thanks so much for tuning in. If you're still here, thanks for watching, of course, and do not make sure to check out the Patreon page as well, patreon.com/WardiTV, if you'd like to support further. Otherwise, again, thank you so much. I've really loved all the support on YouTube lately. It's always great to get to do a YouTube-only cast, which is what this was. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I'll see you guys next time. Have a great rest of your day.